A developer launches a new project and they begin to market it based on this, what we mentioned earlier, the renders, the plan, the floor plan, and all that. They begin to market it, and people begin to invest. Investors begin to invest in this project, and usually the starting point, most of depending on the developer or the project, but mostly between 10 to 20%, mostly 20% down payment you can make, and then the remaining payment, of course, when you're making the payment, you have to factor in the 4% DLD charges, all right? So you are saying we are talking about 24% in this instance. You pay the 20% down payment and then 4% DLD charges, and then that's it. So the developer will produce the what is known as sales purchase agreement, SPA. So this is in this document. This is what specifies all the terms and conditions that is guiding this sale. All right. It specifies the name of the project, the size, the payment plan, the duration. If the unit is going to come furnished or unfurnished, it specifies all the details. So once they produce the sales and purchase agreement, they send it over to you. You have to sign, and then you have a copy, and they have a copy. So now you have an agreement with with the project, right? And then also they are going to get you in addition to the receipt of payment which you are going to get when you are investing. Also, you are going to get what is known as pre-title deed. So pre-title deed is a document from land department which shows that you have invested in the project, and this is like a registration certificate to show that you own this um, property pending when, because that is not the real title. The main title deed is when the project is completed. That is when you get the main title deed. But this one is, and kind of, you can call it an interim title deed. That's why it is called pre-title deed. It's also called OCOD here in Dubai. So this pre-title deed shows your evidence of ownership of the project, and then with your SPA, this is, and you must abide, because in the SPA all the payment terms is mentioned, the payment plan, everything is mentioned, so you know the breakdown, how much you should be paying as per the payment plan. If it's going to be a 60/40 payment plan or 50/50, there are so much different payment plan for each project. So once you see it and you sign the project, you sign the SPA, then you have an existing contract with the developer. So your own job is to make sure that you must abide by the payment plan which you signed, because if you default, even in the payment plan, it's also mentioned if there's any default from your side, you know, there might be some penalties that will be applied to you for late payment or non-completion of payment, as you know, as at when due. So basically, your own job is to make sure you abide by the payment plan, and the developer will abide by their own, by timely construction of the project. And once the project is ready, they will send you a notice. Usually, there's what is called building completion certificate, which is called BCC. Most developers have it. That is a certificate that shows that a project is ready for for handover. But in some cases, if the developer doesn't have that, they will send you an official notice to notify you that this project is now complete and is now ready for you to come and inspect. All right. So usually it's called snagging inspection, for you to come and check the unit. If there's any defect or any fault, maybe you notice on the new unit, you can liaise with the developer and they will get it fixed. So basically, that is how it works. You sign the SPA, and then you go home and then start making your installment as at when due, and then the developer continues with the project construction, and they will be informing you at every milestone until when when the project is complete. Then you have your BCC, that is a building completion certificate, and then you're ready for handover. So that is a nutshell of how off-plan project works.